Welcome to the Automatic Patient Podcast, where we help your dental practice create a kick-ass recurring revenue model. Here are your hosts, Mr. Jordon and Justin Comstock. This podcast is powered by BoomCloud. Create, manage, and grow your dental membership program. Schedule a demo on boomcloud.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Automatic Patient Podcast. I am your host today, Jordon Comstock. With me, I got my Director of Marketing, Bentley Folkman, is with us. What is up, Bentley? How you doing, dog?
I am happy, as always, to be here, especially with you two. So this is going to be a fun day.
Yes, we're going to have a fun day. We have a guest. His name is Parham. He's one of the partners of Doc Sites, and today we're going to be talking about unlocking PPO handcuffs with dental marketing. One of my favorite topics. Parham, what's up and welcome to the show, dude.
Thanks for having me, Jordan. I'm excited to always talk to you.
Yeah,
and
we've got a lot of fun.
Yeah, we always have fun when we talk, and happy to join you on this Friday, and let's have a good time and help people out.
Absolutely, dude. Parham, if somebody doesn't know you, they're listening, give us a rundown of who you are and what got you started in dental marketing.
Right. So, even though I look like I'm 25, I've actually been working in dental marketing for about 15 years.
Nice.
One of my close friends started his dental practice around the time I started my marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
We helped him to grow to 10 plus offices. Then he connected us with his brother-in-law and other friends, and you know how it goes. Once you get in, I think I heard you once say this, and I use it, as once you get into dentistry, you never leave. So
you're dead, dude. Yeah, you're dead in the water in dentistry. I've tried to leave 3 times, JK.
Doesn't happen.
Just once. I've tried to leave once, and dentistry is an awesome industry. So Bentley, I know you're new to the dental world. Dude, you're stuck here forever now.
I couldn't be happier about it either, to be honest. I've been stuck in other industries. This one seems a lot more friendly.
It totally is, yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. So you started working with a friend who owned a dental practice, helped them scale to 10 offices. That I would say we should do an episode just on that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk about a lot of those principles today because they still apply.
That's awesome. So you got started doing that, helping a friend. You have a couple partners or one partner that helps run?
2 partners, yeah.
2 partners. What are their names?
Allie and Kayvon. And imagine being partners with people in business for 14 years.
Yeah.
It's literally a marriage, except for you're spending pretty much 9 to 5 and work travel. And
yeah.
You're making a lot of decisions. So we've made it out alive.
Yes, I got rid of my partners a long time ago because, yeah, it is definitely like a marriage.
Yeah.
And I only want to be married to one person. So,
yeah.
Cool, dude. Let's get started. So, unlocking PPO handcuffs with dental marketing. The average practice writes off, I believe, $300,000 a year. Over the course of a lifetime, that equates to about $12 million in a career in dentistry. We know that dental marketing, the costs of it compared to a PPO are quite less than $300,000 a year. So let's get through this. Like, how can a practice grow with dental marketing as they start dropping dental insurance?
The first thing, I mean, you got to have a plan, right? So the first thing is doing numbers. I think that's one thing I talk to a lot of dentists with, and they're not doing their numbers. And it's like the last thing they do. So dentists are way smarter than me, right? I barely made it by. It took me 6 years to graduate college, right? They did extra college, right?
Sure.
But then when I ask them numbers, and I generalize when I say this because there's some that are amazing with numbers, you got to sit back and do numbers, right? And do a little bit of quick business school. Maybe it's a quick weekend where you take a course, right? Because the numbers will tell you how to run a business, because that's what you're doing. It's the only business, I've done a lot of research. It's really one of the only businesses where you have to work on the business and in the business, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
So
we just did an
that's
episode last week with Dr. Mark Costes, and that's exactly what we talked about.
So like literally, if you go to any business school and you talk to the top business people in the world, right? And that is the principle of this business to succeed. They're going to tell you you're set up for failure right away, right? So what does that have to do with releasing the PPO? It's because understanding the numbers is going to help you understand what your opportunities are for growth, right? So what makes you more money in your office, right? Start from there. What can you and your team do a really good job at internally, right? Are you really good at implants? Are you really good at doing bonding? Are you really good at doing Invisalign or other clear aligners? You know, I don't know if we're associated to any here, but yeah,
not yet.
So if you want to break the PPO handcuffs, you need to first look internally before I tell you this is what we should spend on, right? You have to sit as a team with your office manager, your dental hygienist, maybe even your significant other, and they could tell you, hey, man, you always complain when you come home about these procedures. Maybe you should cut them out of your office, right?
Sure, yeah.
So look at it and then internally talk about how can we work together and make ourselves known to the public about why we're so good at it, right?
Sure.
There's a reason why Coke does 15 commercials during the Super Bowl because they want to let you know throughout that time, this drink is going to make you feel refreshed and, get your blood sugar. They don't tell you that. Get your blood sugar up, but you know what I mean, right? They keep pushing that refreshing feeling to you, right? So as a dental office, you have to apply the same, I think, principles of big marketing and realize like, what do you want to be known for? Are you good at doing aligners? Are you willing to take some courses and implement dental implants? Once you get that improved, and let's say you say, hey, I want to do more family dentistry, right?
Sure.
Then now you have a plan for that, right? And then guess what happens when you have a plan? Now you can, across the board, in every marketing platform, right? Whether it's your website, your Google profile. So we know now everybody goes online. No one's going to Yellow Pages. So
what?
Yeah.
I still do.
You
the
do?
online one though.
That's how you found me, right?
Yeah, that's how I found you.
Yeah.
The online Yellow Pages.
So, but they're going online, they're going to Google, right? That's why Google stock is so high. I hope you have some shares. Right? If you don't, start buying some.
Yeah. Or wait till it drops, then buy.
You could keep saying that, but it's not dropping.
Yeah, probably not.
So, but Google's the place they go. Then they go to other platforms like Facebook, right? One thing a lot of people don't know is if you join the Facebook communities in your neighborhood, you'll go see right now, go look in one of those and search the word dentist. So back to my initial point is once you understand what you want to do on all
so
these,
find your niche in dental.
Find who you are, right? And find what you want to, what you want people to come in and see you for, right? And you can be the Cheesecake Factory and offer all the different menu items, right?
Sure.
But if you're going to do that, then you have to also understand that you're going to have to promote yourself like the Cheesecake Factory, right? Like come to our place and everything you want is going to be done, but we're going to be like the Cheesecake Factory and seat you on time and have a big dining room. And, so you got to know yourself, right? And then when you do that, I'm a big believer and you're good at this, right? Personal branding. That's the next step, right?
Sure.
Personal branding. I'm a big believer in that. And I know some dentists are like, man, I went to school for 7 years. Now you want me to do TikTok dances? Not at all. I do not want you to.
Do TikTok dances even work, bro?
If they do in some areas and some people, right? If that's who you are, honestly, if you're a TikTok dancing type, if you watched someone do a TikTok dance and you said to yourself, man, I'd love to do that and record myself, then you might be the TikTok dancing kind of person. But what I believe in is you became a dentist to help people, right?
Yes.
So, right, get that point across. And I'm not talking about like, making like these fancy content or anything. I'm talking about your website bio should have it, your Google Maps profile should have it, your local chamber of commerce should have a photo and bio of you sent out to the community, the Facebook groups, right? So I'm going all over the place, but what I'm saying is like, this is a big factor, and you don't have to do it all the time. You don't have to do a weekly post about you, shopping or whatever, but once a year, like,
This is what
put
I'm
it
eating
out there.
tonight. Click.
Yeah, exactly. Like, put it out there that like you went to a CE course, or you just finished a CE course on, improving people's smiles, or on, delivering better care in the office, right? So I'm talking
Sure.
about and it's weird to say because a lot of marketers push this idea of search engine optimization, ads, and all that. But until you have these foundations, those tactics don't work. And I'll tell you why I know this, because I'll admit that we failed for clients, right? A lot of marketers should admit that. Like, we've
Sure.
all failed for clients. I'm friends with a lot of other marketers, and we can talk on the phone and say, hey, what could have we done better? But the ones that we do a great job for, what do? They give us the Apple phone, right? And we just put the Apple phone out there in front of the community's eyes, right? Also, one thing that dentistry is it's a community business,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's got a hometown feel.
It's got a hometown feel. You got to know that Dr. Jordan is a gentle guy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Who, no, but that's a funny buzzword. But at the end of the day,
Yes, it is.
so I just picked out a pediatric dentist for my kid, right? My wife put it on my hands because she's like, you're the one that knows.
You're the doc sites guy. Go.
Yeah, you go. You go after it. So what did I do? I went and read the dentist bios, right?
Sure.
And then I go look at my analytics on the 800 sites we manage. And guess what the top 5 visited page on all of these sites is?
The About Us page.
Doctor's bio specifically.
Yep. I know, because I do the same thing. I just was going to a new doctor, went straight to the About Us page, read about the doctor and the staff. If they don't have one of those pictures or the bios, I just skip over. I'm like, I'm not going to go to an office if I don't know who is working there.
Right. You don't want to.
And if they don't have online sign up or schedule, I'm out.
Yeah. So I have a question on that front, because understanding who you are, obviously, as a marketer myself, that's so big. And having worked with, medical providers and those over the past, a lot of times they struggle with knowing what that is. How do you help them find their identity?
Nice.
That's a really good question. And we talk to them in the beginning, right? Before they sign up. We don't sign people up just to sign them up because we don't have contracts. You can literally leave us at any time. So we want to get to know you and be able to attack it the right way. We do send you a questionnaire. We do tell you if you need help, we'll work with you on that, right? We do ask you, like, who's your demographic? What do you want, to accomplish with the website? And that's what we can do. Our business model is not set up to come to their office and do, self-development workshops and things of that nature.
There's a couple of marketing companies that do stuff like that.
Huh?
Yeah.
There's a couple dental marketing companies that do things like that.
Which I love, right?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
I would say,
expensive.
I would say, and I love some of those companies and they're great. And I think they do a really good job. I would personally say, get away from a provider like us for that and hire a one-on-one person a little bit more.
Somebody in the office a little bit.
Someone that's gonna, like, a one-on-one, like, let's say, like, we're a part of ADMC, right? There's a bunch of consultants in that group that do, like, one-on-one meetings and things like that.
Yeah.
Someone that will
Yeah.
sit with you on a Zoom and drink coffee with you. And there's a few people, like we're in the dental nachos community, that are great at that, and they're even like free. Some of them say, hey, call me for free and I'll sit. Do that. Take the time and say, hey, because I don't practice clinically and I don't know a lot of clinical. I do know enough, but I think you should talk to someone, Bentley, to answer your question, that's been in the clinical office and can say, hey, I know you're trying to push doing like aligners, but between you and the way you talk about stuff and the way you do things, you're not ready for that yet. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love how you said that, because I think having someone who can be objective, that knows the industry, is super important. As marketers, I know how to present a face or an image or an identity based off of what you tell me you want. But if deep down that's not who you really are, and there is a clinical aspect to this, you have to know, how you want to present yourself as a clinician in the community. You need that expertise, and I think everybody in every industry needs that objective mentor or personal connection of someone who can pulse check them and keep them on task of where their personal brand should be, which in the case with most dentists, that is also their corporate brand, right?
Exactly. And I'll give you a great example in our world where we are marketers, right? Me and my partners, we've been doing this for 16 years. We wanted to work on our own personal Instagram. Guess what? We hired an Instagram marketer to consult with us and teach us, hey, how do you improve this? What are ways that works to get more views, right? Even though we know SEO really well, we know email marketing, partnerships, we know 10 things really well, but we didn't know this one thing that well because we didn't do TikTok dancing videos ourselves. And right, we're like, hey, let's go to the TikTok dancing video guy.
I just want to know what Instagram dancing you did.
What kind of Instagram dance?
Yeah, are you doing dancing on your personal
Instagram? I can't dance, but a little shaky shake. But but yeah, like you gotta talk. And I think what happens is investing to grow is a challenge that I have, right? And I can relate to the dental owner mindset because it's a risk adverse mindset,
Sure.
right?
Yep, it totally is.
So to unlock those PPO handcuffs, I say don't just clip all the PPOs yet.
Yeah.
Take these steps for a year or two. And then once you're ready to attack, then you could do like all the marketing things and all of it. And guess what? You're not going to call me and say, hey, I've been doing marketing for the last 3 months. I'm not getting that many leads. You're going to call me and say, hey, man, like I had a good plan. I know who I am as a practice. My staff knows how to answer the phone, right? I know how to talk to someone when they walk in the door. And even though I'm not getting the 30 insurance leads I'm getting 10 to 15. I'm tripling my income because everything in the office is running so well.
Yeah, and you're
No, I
not
love
working
that.
with the PPO write-offs if you're doing marketing, right?
Yeah, because what's happening, you guys, and like I got a little bit of pushback by some friends on this, but I'm seeing too many marketing companies give young dentist startups these kind of generic ads, and it's not working. It's like, hey, so and so town, we have 30 new Invisalign cases to give away. It's a great program. I'm not dissing those companies. I got kind of like, hey, you're bashing those. I'm not. Those work. But the average startup dentist should not be marketing like that. Like I'm getting these really like presentable, like good looking like girls and guys that like care about what they're doing, running their clinic, even like the older people, like really presentable, fit, like actually effective in the community, getting authentic 5-star Google reviews, and they're running these generic marketing programs. And I'm like, you're missing the point. Like you are the star of the show. Like I asked them, I'm like, how many years are you going to run this practice with you as the star of the show? They're like 10 more years. I'm like, so why are you not putting your face out there And that's one of my favorite ways to unlock the PPO is market yourself, and like get yourself out there, present yourself. People are going to trust you. And when they walk in the door and you are honest and you are trustworthy and you let them know, hey, you need to do these things to make sure that your smile in 10 years is not an issue. And this is how I can help you. They're going to say, yes, let's do it. Not like, hey, let me see if my insurance can do it. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Parham. What are your thoughts on how practice can market a patient membership program?
I love what you guys are doing. I think
I'm not biased, by the way, about membership plans.
I'm biased too. I think it's such a good program because we live in a country that has instilled in all of us monthly payments.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So
the subscription economy.
The subscription economy, right? Everybody is instilled like, I'm going to pay monthly for something, right? So I come from an Iranian background where when you buy something, you go into the car dealership with cash, right? Or a check.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, this is how I grew up with my dad, right? You go to the
Sure.
Toyota, right? Not like a Mercedes, but like a Toyota. And you say, hey,
Sure.
here's like at the time you could buy a Camry for 15K. And that's what I would see, right? But nowadays, even he as a 70-year-old guy and our generation knows you're better off putting monthly payments. I mean, maybe in some things cash, right, is better.
Sure.
I'm not getting into the, financing talk, but everyone's instilled, right? So membership plan is amazing for that because if I could reduce my costs, right? Even if you let me pay everything up front for the year, which I would love that because it's not a crazy expense, right? If you let me pay a plan and become a member of your dental practice, why wouldn't I want to be? Why would I want to jump from office to office? I'd rather have you schedule my appointments. I'd rather have you give me a discount when I need like a cavity filling, right?
Sure.
So I think marketing a plan is essential. I tell every client, our templates. So, we're a template-based company and we personalize it. Our templates come with the auto dental savings plan page. So,
nice.
And I have so many people that sign up, believe it or not. They're like, I've never had one before. Like this page now gave me and my staff an actual idea of what to do. You know what? We should definitely talk about after this, like, hey, take a look at what we're offering. Maybe like we have something that you guys do or something, and we could even collaborate on an idea for that. But
sure,
I think every dental website should offer that. And I think your offers page should promote it to not just the savings plan page or the membership. Your offers page should actually say, we offer a membership plan, right?
Yeah.
And that'll get people to call who went in there to look for that $40 cleaning and exam and say, hey, you don't have that, but what about your membership? And then your staff can talk about it, the value, what they get out of it, how if their whole family joins, it becomes a better deal for them, things like that.
Yeah, I see some practices putting a, some practices have an insurance page. Hey, we accept these insurances. I've seen practices put information about their membership program on the insurance page of their website too, if you're doing that. But if you're cutting out insurance, hopefully you don't have an insurance page.
Right. You want to,
you
want to say in lieu of insurance, we offer a friendly membership plan.
Yes, friendly.
Yeah. Well, and how many patients are still coming in without insurance? And if you're selling the insurance, are you getting only the PPO? Because that's what you're marketing instead of, hey, 50% or give or take your demographics of the people living in your community don't have access to dental insurance through their employer. What are they doing? And if they're not coming to you because you only have, PPOs coming through the door, patients on PPO plans, then what are you missing out on in the community? And how many people are afraid to come to you because you're selling insurance?
I love that. And let me ask you guys a question that would help us as marketers. Does your membership plan also promote like cosmetic
Yeah.
treatments?
Yeah. So membership plans are since I started our company, they've evolved quite a bit. So there are a lot of different types of membership plans, from the preventative care membership, which is the most common, to like periodontal memberships, to denture maintenance plans, to Botox plans and unlimited whitening subscriptions. So really the practice can design and create any type of plan for the office. So yeah, there's a lot of different types. They can even just do like discount only membership programs. There's a lot of options.
No, I love that. And imagine like the aligner page, the cosmetic pages, the restorative pages all say, "Hey, are you interested? We have
Yep.
some form of plan," rather than just our generic text on
Sure.
the like treatment, right? That helps you for SEO. But then you start getting into how do you get away from the PPO handcuffs? And I tell every client, I say, you need to have unique value propositions, right? And Bentley, you're the marketer. So, you know, what are
Yeah.
unique value? Tell it better than I tell it.
Well, I think that's one of the benefits too, is one thing I've noticed with the dentists that I've worked with. Now, granted, I've been in this industry for a lot less than the both of you, but I have noticed that there is some shiny object syndrome a little bit with some dentists, especially if they're trying to grow their practice. They'll look at the next cool cosmetic treatment or whitening technology,
Sure.
or now there's Botox
Lasers.
in the
Yeah.
play, lasers, all the cool tech. And a lot of that goes back to their education. They want to be innovative
Yeah.
and forward thinking. And that's one thing I love about the dental community, is that they are trying to push the envelope with innovation, but they could also do that with their marketing as well. And I think they're afraid to give themselves that unique perspective in the eyes of their audience or their patient base, because they don't understand the fancy laser you're using to numb my nerve instead of giving me the Novocaine shot, or the difference between this whitening treatment and this whitening treatment. They're coming because of you, going back to your original statement of,
Yeah.
do I have a personal brand, personal identity? And the unique offering can have all of those cool features, have all these cool offerings, but at the end of the day, it's back to who you are as an individual, how you support them as an individual, and how you're their guide to their beautiful smile dental journey. And I think membership plans give you a chance to paint that picture holistically in a little bit different way than if you had, discounts, or, hey, we're giving away 30 whitening treatments for free, like you said before, or Invisalign or whatever. A lot of dentists can offer those things, but there's a difference between offering them and offering the value to the patient based off of what they need. And if you're being personal and authentic in how you communicate, you'll get there.
I
Awesome.
love that. And I think that's where marketing with each page having an intention
Yeah.
is going to help them,
Yep.
Because it's like what's something expensive someone buys, right? If you buy a watch, you buy a purse, you buy you want to buy the latest guitar, right? You know what I mean?
You're
You're
speaking my
not,
language now. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So are you going to play today?
No, that's not
'Cause I could
tuned.
sing.
Yeah, this guitar in the background is actually just a piece of art. I'll show you.
Okay.
If you like AC/DC, it's a AC/DC's album with one of our core values on it.
Nice. I
So
love
those that are just listening to audio, go check out the YouTube, and you can see the guitar I'm showing on my screen.
Yeah.
See, he has a guitar with his values of the his business ready to, share with everybody. But the point I'm trying to make is essentially you gotta, get the word out there and like let everybody know what you're doing, because people are researching, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna spend the time. And the good patients, right? I mean, good patients, meaning the ones that aren't coming there and haggling you down to the bare bone minimum, right? Those patients, they're making decisions based on who is going to take the best care of me, right? They're not coming in with the question of who's going to be the most affordable, right?
Sure.
So how do you attract someone like that? Make it where when they are sitting at home after they put the kids to bed and they're doing their research on the laptop, your website, your web presence makes them feel like, hey, I want to go to Dr. Jordon. I think he's going to be the best to take care of me, right?
Yes, I
And
totally will be.
and you have to think about it this way too. The old way of marketing was always referrals, 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 right? Now it's reviews. And then no one's just getting one referral, right? Everyone's asking for 2, 3 people, and then they're going to decide, right?
Sure.
You know, some people want to go to this type of office where the office is new, modern technology. Believe it or not, I'm young. When I see like a super modern dental office, for my daughter, I didn't pick that. I was like, not a fit for my taste, but some people want to walk into, we have what's called Erewhon here in LA, where, believe it or not, you're going to pay like $25 for a breakfast burrito, which is pretty, $20. Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Right? So I'm not going to walk into there, but there's like that place in like for lunch has like a line out the door, So people want different things. They want that feel. So if that's who you are, you should promote that. And if you're more like, I'm the caring dentist, I've been here for 25 years or 20 years, I'm active in the community, I'm going to sit with you and take care of you and your family, mention all those things.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I love that because like going back to it, it's those relationships that matter. My wife is the daughter of a physician, and both of her brothers are dentists. And I'll tell you what, we've changed dentists just because she had a question not answered the way she thought. She's so used to having, a dentist at the dinner table that if she feels like she's not getting A+ care and treatment, we're bouncing, right? And so for her, like I am almost at the point now that when we go to a new dentist or a new physician or whatever, I'm almost like, can I go first and interview you to make sure that she's not going to come home and say, I didn't like that guy because he didn't answer this question, or he said this a weird way, or, I'm like, oh my gosh, but she's, obviously a unique case, but I think everybody has their unique flavor of who they associate with, who they resonate with. If you're being authentic to yourself and showing yourself off in the community, that can definitely help. And I think going back to the question on membership plans, making that part of your offering, looking at what services you're offering and what services those people that resonate most closely with who you are as a provider, what would they want? And if you're building plans that cater to those individuals, they'll look at that and go, hey, this isn't just some generic insurance plan, or hey, free cleanings. Everybody, can offer a discounted or a free cleaning with their membership plan. But here's 2 or 3 things I care about with my family or whatever. And they're included here just for me.
I love that. Exactly. I mean, this is all hitting the nail right here.
Yeah.
And then make sure on a marketing scale, make sure it's included in all your like website, Google profiles, everywhere that people look,
Sure.
Love that.
All right, Parham, here's one of my last questions for you. The state of dentistry is changing, marketing's changing, technology's changing. There's AI, there's TikTok-like sites, popping up. What is the future of dental marketing from your perspective?
This is, a really tough question to answer because
Tell us the future, Parham.
Yeah, let me tell you the future. I think the future is going to be in terms of applying that dental care that people applying this is a hard answer. This is a hard answer because I may ruffle some feathers, but it's gonna be the automation, right? It's gonna be like, how are you accepting the new ways of doing things, right? Like,
Sure.
for example, DoorDash or Postmates, right? I'm not
Mhm.
saying be the Postmates of dentistry because I'm not a clinician, right? So you have to be a good clinician at the end of the day. I want to preface everything I say, right? But I think all your other things have to be the way of the world that it is now, right? You can't make people wait for filling out paperwork.
Sure.
You can't, you can't not have memberships. You can't not have a website that's intuitive and answers questions, right? You can't, I'm kind of answering what you can't be, but that's kind of the answer, right?
Yeah.
You got to embrace all the new items. And at the end of the day, what doesn't change in any business? Jeff Bezos answered this. You guys know this, right?
I
What
don't
does not ever change? Customer
customer.
service,
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
patient service, right?
Yeah.
So as long as you apply the new forward thinking ways of doing things to your patient service, you'll
Yeah.
be great.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I agree with that.
Great answer.
I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I watched that movie. I can't even remember the name of it now, but it's about the history of McDonald's. And one thing I loved about McDonald's and what they did in the early days, the brothers, the McDonald's brothers, is that they literally drew on a playground in chalk the layout of their kitchen so that they could optimize the customer success, the customer
Customer
experience.
service. Yeah.
And because they knew that if I can do this in an assembly line, way, I'm going to be able to provide fresh food really fast. I can lower the price. I can do all these things that are great, and everybody will come flocking. And they were absolutely right. Now they've turned that into something a little different, whether you like McDonald's or not. I would say it's
I
definitely
like
taken
McDonald's.
there's some value there, right?
I ordered some last
Um,
night.
but but there is definitely value in taking a look at your whole business and what is you can be the best provider in the world, and have the best public image, but if they walk in the front door and the front desk staff is telling a different story, or
Yeah. Which
the
happens a
experience
lot.
they have yeah, the experience they have getting into the chair with, like you said, paperwork and those kinds of experiences, that can sour someone. And I think you're right. People are not as patient with that kind of experience as they used to be, because we're getting everything else automated right to our
Yeah.
front door or right into our living rooms and homes, whatever that experience may be. We're just not used to having to work for what we want.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why we at Docksites, we work with other third parties really well. So if whether you're Boom Cloud or you're, like a paperless form or any type of item, we work with you. And I think you have to embrace that to make your customer service better. And I think you hit something I didn't talk earlier, so I do want to mention it if you're gonna, include this, is your front desk has to know how to talk about you as the dental provider, right?
Oh, I love
Even
that.
if you're
Love that.
hiring, you're a DSO or you have 5 practices and you hire associates, your front desk should be able to talk about, hey, you're going to go see Dr. Jordan today. He's really good. He's going to sit with you, answer all your questions. He's been doing this for however long. He's looking forward to meeting you. Imagine you hear that when you walk in the door, like, or you call in and you say, hey, I have a tooth pain. Can I schedule an appointment? Great. What day are you available? Wednesday. Awesome. We're excited to see you. I'm Jody, Dr. Jordan, Dr. Bentley. One of those two will see you, and they've been here for a while, and they're gonna like really get to know you here. Dude, I'm gonna not miss that appointment compared to, hey, it's Wednesday, your appointment. We'll send you a text. See you then.
Yeah. What you're saying is
Love
just
it.
get more personable with patients and more memorable, much like how we were talking to the sales team today, Bentley. Be more
Yeah.
memorable, right?
Yeah.
Get to know the people you're talking with, and that are scheduling, we had this conversation with our sales team this morning, trying to get them to be a little bit more memorable and get to know the people that they're talking with on the phones that are interested in starting to use Boom Cloud, So it's the same thing that goes over in the dental industry, in the staff, is really connect with potential patients and existing patients so that they feel a stronger bond and relationship with the practice versus, well, just do what my insurance will bill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Man, those handcuffs.
Yes, let's unlock
Love it.
those handcuffs. So Parham, people that practice owners, office managers, if you're needing a website and some marketing services, Parham, talk about where they can find you and your process.
Yeah, you can go to docsites.com, take a look at our work. Our pricing is there too. And if you do like it and you want to talk and you want to schedule a no obligation complimentary demo, just fill out the form and mention that you heard from this podcast and you'll get a bigger discount.
Sweet. Appreciate you coming on the show today. And definitely we'll have you on again and be doing more with you. But with that said, we hope everybody has a rocking day.
Thanks, everybody.